Yeah. I was a lost soldier at the crossroads. Ignorance was bliss. Sins that we commit, forgiveness we forget. Grudge holding with this loaded weapon, quick to cause offense. You already losing if you moving with no discipline. It's over. The devil's wishes pervert the gift. It'll block you out from finding out what your purpose is. Dopamine fiend trapped in a cell, wasting his cells. Then a broad way, blazing a trail. The hard way, he fell from God's grace on a path about to hurt something. Then I learned something. It's humble pie at the king's table. Your sons and daughters need that living water. If we endure some more, a paradise is waiting for us. The last days getting worse. The love cold, it's gonna wax colder. The spirit told us it's gonna be the way it was with Noah. If you don't focus when the rain approaching, a lost soldier outside the ark before it closes. The last days getting worse. The love cold, it's gonna wax colder. The spirit told us it's gonna be the way it was with Noah. I pray you focus when the rain approaching. A lost soldier inside the ark before it closes.
I was a lost soldier, barely sober, usually fully loaded as well as my sidearm. Ain't letting nobody gun, see you waving that white flag at the top of your guide on. Could've took it further, get mother shoulders to cry on. Oh man, we live the life, keep it humble, next you gon' start believing your hype. Now you convince your mind, you relieve yourself from your plight. Yeah, Howard has the last word, I pray he don't drop the mic, cause I have yet to see one survivor fall from that height. I'm from the era, portray yourself to be tough as leather. Hey, Micah 7'5", maybe he can explain it better. I argued in my ribs, said some things and it never settled. Closet my skeletons, I got things I could never tell her. I love her as my own flesh so I can forgive my debtors and treat it like Miami weather. I never sweat her, I keep it P that's positive, don't corrode your receptors. The devil will devour, he move with a vendetta. One who rejects our wisdom, your soul is showing its purpose. Not viral on the net and them niggas make you feel worthless. We all have faults, I got some things I should work on for certain. I have no medium, either quiet or too assertive. Living lawless for sure, my life moving like roller coasters. Stomach drop every turn, I can't wait till this ride is over. Enemies make tumult to ensure our progression slower. They want us under white cheese as if the party thing told. You see, the love's cold, it's gon' wax colder. The spirit told us it's gon' be the way it was with Noah. I stay focused when the rain approaches. A found soldier inside the ark before it closes.
Yo. Yeah. Say what's real.
My father figure keep me guided, I'm always protected. Not a single wrong, I don't ever get corrected. Light over my shoulders, tales from a priest. Take a Psalms 23 and sit your tail to a seat. Legendary in a way, but nothing like a tall tale. False gods set them up, they all fell. Fantasies, they all sell. Nothing in my time can compare to the timeless. The light behind my rhyme and the one who I get in line with. Ain't no other lane for this fire flame minister. Descended from a higher plane, ain't no higher name from the one. When a gun jam, I figure you know now. Divine power follow me, that's just how it be. I can testify for sure, my heart not pure, but still I get to see a day that I did not work for. Bodies dropping with the climate, gas raising on black faces. Still I'm the one who made it. I just be thinking when I roll, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. The Most High, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. I feel like everywhere I go, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. The Most High. With my conscience, I acknowledge that there is a higher power. Look at me. False idols never promise victory. You survive cause you was meant to. Stop the guessing, you a prized possession. Blessing from the sky, ain't no higher lesson. I'm a messenger, you should get with this rhythm. Gospel, you ain't gotta be poor with chains no more. Flip up your master plate, don't be captivated by your master space. The earth is yours, but first the one we know gon' have to pass away. Destiny, you part of a higher design. They tell me the sight of his eyes like fire and wine. Coming at the wild child who made it through the birth canal. One shot, amazing how you missed the kiss of death. Life was in your step, people turned away from out this way, never coming back. Slipped and fell inside the cracks, landed on their back, but you 10 toes in the field, still in one piece, for real from the bottom, where all kind of brothers get easily killed. Rest in peace to them. You part of a higher design, they tell me the sight of his eyes like fire and wine. When I roll, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. The Most High, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. I feel like everywhere I roll, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. Most High, I said something keep watching me. Something keep watching me.
Us, blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics are walking around and they do not realize that they have a nation. But you do. Sometimes we can take that gift for granted, Con. We can take that thing for granted. But we have a nation. What does that mean? That means we have a culture, which y'all are enjoying. We got music, but most of all, what? We have a God. Con? Now with that comes responsibility. It comes your discipline or your religion. That's what religion is. It's your discipline. And what does the God that we serve require? We know that he has laws. We know that he has a son that's our savior. We know that he has prophets that's deep. And all of that is deep and spiritual. But there's something that I want the nation to focus on with the little time that I have today. That is brotherhood. Brotherhood, which follows with sisterhood, is the same thing. Brotherhood is the final chamber. See, we can get deep with all the prophecy. We can understand all the breakdowns. But if we can't solve the puzzle of brotherhood, then we've accomplished nothing as a nation. Y'all with me so far? Y'all tracking me? All right. I promise I ain't going to be long-winded. Listen to me. In Psalms 133, the Lord said that the unity of brethren, there is nothing better than that. Y'all know that scripture? And in the New Testament, Paul told us in Romans 12, he said that we have to honor each other in brotherly love. What? Preferring one another. That's something we ain't figured out yet. It has to become against our religion to disrespect one of our own people. Y'all hear me? It has to become against our culture to be violent towards one of our own. We gotta always see the humanity in one of our brothers and sisters like the other nations see in theirs. They got no quarter when it comes to you. They cruel, they impatient when it comes to you. And when we looking for love, some of our own brothers have become like the nations to try to separate themselves from the hurt that come with what we come from. But you can't escape that thing. You got to heal it. You got to accept it, embrace it. And what the Lord say? You got to show brotherly love with affection towards one another. All right? Sometimes we can't do that. Sometimes we look at our own as the enemy also. So you got the enemies all around you, and then you got your own brother looking at you the same way. We can't have that, Khan. It has to become against our God to be disrespectful to one another. We got to look at another brother that look like us, another sister that look like us, and say it's a part of my religion to love and honor you. Okay? For me to serve my God properly, I got to love you. We got to do it like that, Israel. We got to watch how we talk about each other. The things that we say, these words carry meaning. And we got to be mighty to build each other up. What is our culture and our music that they giving to us in these last days, man? It ain't building us up. So we got to be able to do that for each other, because y'all are the ones that are aware that what? You got a nation. Say that. Say nation. You have a nation. All right? You're not carrying a flag that come with your slavery. You're not carrying a flag that come with you being the last. Your needs being the last. You walking with the banner of Zion. That means you are what? Deuteronomy 7:6. You above all what? Nations. So you got to live and walk in that truth, man. So an event like this is so powerful because, and this is what I tell our brothers in the camp all the time, when you get around your people in a circumstance like this, receive the love that you're getting. Don't be competitive. Don't be trying to shine. When brothers come and dap you, take that in and receive that graciously and let it build you up. Let it increase your battery, your spiritual battery, man. So all of this love that's being passed around, let it wash over you in the name of our Lord, Khan. And what that's going to do, that's going to heal you. Okay? We become too callous because the world is hard and it's impatient with us and it's hard on us. We become too callous. So when we get an event like this and you can let your guard down, go ahead. All right? Let that love wash over you and let it heal your body, man. Let it heal your mind. All right? Look at these children playing. I heard a brother earlier who was rhyming. He said this is like the kingdom. Look at the children happy and playing. Us as adults, we need some happiness too, man. And you know where you're going to find it? With your nation. That's where you're going to find it, all right? You're looking for love, go to your people. You're looking for respect, go to your people, because it should be readily given to you. Y'all understand what I'm saying? All right, I ain't trying to bore y'all to death. My name is Brother Joel. Brother Yahweh Awesome called me. I represent the Sons of Thunder Israelites. It is our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Because y'all needs and how y'all feel is at the top of my list, man. We ain't got no politician we can run to. Ain't no politician we can run to. We can't go to him because he got to put everybody's needs or he can't win. So we can't look to him for healing us. Ain't no preacher or pastor we can run to because they don't know the scriptures. They don't understand that they have a nation, right? They don't even know that they're the people of the book. So where are we going to go to get that nourishment that we need that the scriptures say? All right? It says the Most High is in the heavens. He has done whatsoever he has pleased. And it pleased him in these last days that you should know who you are. Okay? So we're going to take that humbly and mercifully in the name of his son, who gave that sacrifice so we can stand here right now. We're going to be gracious and we're going to spread what? Love to one another. God? And what we're going to do, we're going to represent our what? Our nation. All right? That's why we're here today. So shalom to the Fringe Fest, my brother Monologue, man. Y'all receiving your love, the water,
I hope y'all like that. That was an application by Roy the Chef. It's dangerous out here. I hope you guys make it home safe.
Why is she eating? Because like, yeah, they would say shit to swallow. She would say eat for us. Like, crazy. She's just crazy. Yeah, yeah.
Yo, check it out. You ain't worried about that.
Yo, what was that about? Don't worry about it. You wouldn't understand.
When you bought to a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted Yah was misled and not past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying on no talebearing. Get deep behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed.
Welcome to Pillars of Rest, where you can find special material for our sisters, by our sisters. This is a Sons of Thunder exclusive platform focused on building, encouraging, uplifting, and engaging with the daughters of Zion. Here you'll find personalized and interactive content geared towards showing what it truly means to be a pillar of rest. Interviews, scripture breakdowns, tips on motherhood, marriage, and testimonials are just the beginning of the many things to learn from and enjoy in this program.
But there's something that I want the nation to focus on with the little time that I have today. That is brotherhood. Brotherhood, which follows with sisterhood, is the same thing. Brotherhood is the final chamber. See, we can get deep with all the prophecy. We can understand all the breakdowns. But if we can't solve the puzzle of brotherhood, then we've accomplished nothing.
I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards Yakim, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times and brotherhood is the final chamber. I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards Yakim, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times and brotherhood is the final chamber. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes I am, yes I am. No evil eye, no crucifix, I never cross. Do all things through Christ, yes I can, yes I can. How you expect to keep the law but don't wanna be taught them? Awesome is he that left examples just for us to follow. I love my brethren, I abide in the light of the Father. Two is better, help your fella if he fall to sin. No greater love than laying down your life for a friend. Gather yourselves together, Jacob, this the latter days. If you enduring to the end, the saints shall be saved. We give them praise and in Yahweh shall we keep the faith. And store our riches in heaven until we reach the gates. I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards Yakim, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times and brotherhood is the final chamber. I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards Yakim, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times and brotherhood is the final chamber.
Am I my brother's keeper? That's a law, keep it legal. You a part of my nation, I look at you as an equal. Together make them retreat, divided then they may defeat our common enemy. They absorb itself as the eagle. They kill us at their leisure. Culture they gave us was lethal. We bear witness to their evil. Worst of all with Jim for visa. Why Jesus what they feed us? They mentally enslave us, though they physically released us. Put spirits on our people. Together they on cold. Only thing I do admire. Unity and brotherhood will make their kingdom soon expire. Zephaniah 2 and 1. That's what the Lord require. Laws of faith, plus together ye your nation not desire. Final change.
I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards Yakim, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times and brotherhood is the final chamber. I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards your Achium, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times, and brotherhood is the final chamber.
Welcome to Pillars of Rest, where you can find special material for our sisters, by our sisters. This is a Sons of Thunder exclusive platform focused on building, encouraging, uplifting, and engaging with the daughters of Zion. Here you'll find personalized and interactive content geared towards showing what it truly means to be a pillar of rest. Interviews, scripture breakdowns, tips on motherhood, marriage, and testimonials are just the beginning of the many things to learn from and enjoy in this program.
Thank you for watching. If you wish to donate, you can use Zelle or PayPal. We're the Sons of Thunder. It's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom, Yasha Allah, shalom. Welcome to Conversation for the Nation, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Conversation for the Nation. We'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Mashiach, Yahweh Shai. I'd like to give a hearty shalom, all right, to the General Yahweh all, right? And like to give respect and much love to the elders who've been pushing pushing this truth and sincerity for a very long time. And a hearty shalom to the nation, okay? All right, hope brothers and sisters are enduring, as you can hear in my voice. Captain Micaiah is still a bit under the weather, okay? Hey, I was talking to Captain Yazabat, as I came on earlier today. And I was telling him that whatever is in the air, it's different. Okay, it's different. This ain't what I'm used to. Okay, I've been around for a little bit. I ain't been around as long as Mike. Okay, Warrior Mike. I had that brother that lived life. Okay, but I done been around for a little bit, and this is different. Okay, common colds lasting, almost a month. You know what I mean? Used to be a point in time where, you'll be over and done with a cold, you know what I'm saying? In about 3-4 days, you know what I mean? Especially if you're taking care of yourself. So, and I'm telling the brothers, I deal with the herbs, I don't deal with no doggone medicine, no prescribed drugs. I deal with the herbs, you know what I mean? Deal with a lot of herbs, you know what I mean? From the ground, to help me out. And I'm going to tell you what, those things are only helping me out temporarily. They're working, but it's fighting these viruses, very heavy. So I'm still dealing with a little something, but I'm good. I'm able to come on here. I told Adawan, y'all all, I said I'm gonna teach. You know what I mean? I'm gonna teach tonight, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is different. This is man-made. This is something that is created in the lab. This ain't normal.
Gotta be.
Okay, this ain't normal, where you get sick. I went to the doctor, like I told you all, I used the herbs or whatever, but I was actually going in because the doctor said I had an upper respiratory infection, and he told me, I didn't ask, but he told me I can't give you any antibiotics, okay, because you don't have pneumonia. That's exactly what he told me, I can't give you none. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna do a thing my way anyway. But I just felt that was kind of odd. You know what I mean? I felt that was kind of odd. So, hey, you brothers and sisters, take care of yourselves out there. Okay, a lot of the Atlanta camp is sick. I went down there for dedication. Brothers and sisters were sick. I come down for the new moon, which was this previous week. All right, and dang near the whole camp sick, to include myself. Right, I'm talking about brothers and sisters, kids at the house dealing with it. Right, one sister did get diagnosed with COVID. Right, you know, the other day my baby running a doggone high fever. You know what I mean? She's real prissy, so you know what I mean. Every little thing is hurting her. You know, so I don't know what's going on, man. Okay, but this ain't normal.
Right.
All right, this ain't normal. That's all I'm gonna tell you. But brothers and sisters, stay prayerful. Take care of yourself. Okay, take care of yourself. You know, watch what you're putting inside of your body. Okay, take those herbs. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, it's good to have elderberry on hand. I was just talking to the brother, Captain Yazabad and Warrior Micah Allah about oregano oil. Very good miracle herb. Oregano oil is very good, very powerful. Okay, and it'll help you. Black seed oil. All right, very good. You need stuff that's going to help with inflammation. Okay, you know what I mean? The brother Kaya was talking about, you know, eating, you know, raw ginger, okay, and things of that sort. But if brothers and sisters want to go ahead and type in the chat, you know what I mean, other things, you know. I also found in my water, I've been cutting up key lime. So Dirac just posted that, okay? He just posted that. Captain Dirac just posted that in the chat. I've been chopping up key lime, not lime, not lemon. Key lime, because what I learned about the key lime is that the key lime is more ancient than the lemon, and it's more ancient than the lime, okay? And you know what I mean? So that lime is very good with, you know, drawing out that mucus, okay? All right, so y'all check that out. The brother says CMOS. CMOS is definitely good, okay? We don't teach that CMOS is unlawful over here, Sons of Thunder. That's another class. We're not debating about this. I told the brothers, we getting on this devil, okay? We're getting on this devil, and we're getting up out of here. This is not going to be long at all right? There's no need for Captain Micaiah, Warrior Micah Allah, Captain Yazabad to talk about Christmas. But we need to talk about that. Brother's been talking about that all day.
All right.
Brother's been talking about that all week. Okay, like it's not. It's easy for me not to even think about Christmas. Okay, so we're gonna go on business as usual. I don't even need to mention it. It's not that the teachings don't need to take place. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that the teachings are boring. That's not what I'm saying. It's just that brothers have been teaching it all day.
All right.
Why we need to talk about it? I want to get on this devil JD Vance.
That's right.
Okay, because these devils got a lot of nerve, man. Okay, these devils got a lot of nerve. They're becoming very bold in their speech. Okay, but it's prophecy. Okay, it's prophecy. All right, they're supposed to be. All right, they can give a damn about your feelings. Okay, these people can really give a damn about your feelings. They're a nation, fierce countenance, man, that have no regard for the young, all right, nor the old. They can care less about your children. They can care less about your women. They can care less about your old folk. Okay? All right? And it just puts a spin, right, on white supremacy and racism. All right? They're showing their faces. All right? The man of perdition is definitely being revealed. Okay? And these jokers always give us something to talk about. I told you I was about earlier, you know, when we were on earlier, I said it's like the Most High's mocking them. It's like the Most High's mocking them. Like, you know, you really opened up your mouth and said that. You know what I mean? Like, we get ready to clown you. We get ready to clown you there, Esau. You know what I mean? So, you know, I talked to the brother, our media, one of our media guys, Daniela. I talked to him not too long ago. The calendar is it's final. Okay, it's done. You know what I mean? We looked over the calendar. The dates are good. We just have to make some minor fixes to the calendar only to help you understand it. That's it. All right. It's something very simple that was on the last calendar that's not on this calendar. So Danielle is fixing that, right? And he's gonna have that ready for Adawan to put out for tomorrow's class. Okay. All right. So the new calendar should be coming out for on the Sabbath class with General Yahweh all tomorrow. Everybody tracking?
Con of the one. All praise.
All right. Hey, all praise to the Most High. Hey, y'all show some respect to the general in the building. Okay. Y'all show some respect to the general.
Shalom, General.
General Yahweh all in the building. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Barak.
Shalom.
General Yahweh. Okay. All right. So he's going to have that calendar ready. You brothers and sisters, be ready for that. There's no need for me to pull up the other one. Okay. I'm going to bring you a fresh new calendar. Brothers and sisters, make sure you show up to camp. Show up to the feast days. We can put a hard copy of that calendar in your hand. All right. And you'll be on track with the Sons of Thunder Israelites. We love to see you, brothers and sisters, in person. All right. Celebrating. All right. You know, our solemn feast days. Everybody tracking? Okay. So everybody saw the thumbnail. Okay. I'm pretty sure just about everybody in the chat has witnessed this video that's been going around. Okay. With J.D. Vance making a claim that white people no longer have to feel sorry, right, for their actions in the past. All right? You no longer have to be sorry just for being white. It's the statement that he made. And I'm going to play the video here in a minute, okay? But what's interesting about, you know, this statement is where and when he said it, okay? Now, this was at a turning point event. When you hear that phrase right there, turning point, all right, it ought to be ringing a bell. This was at a turning point event, right? An organization that was founded by none other than Charlie Kirk. Okay? So you can imagine the audience, okay? The audience that was there, the audience that was being riled up, right? And what brothers and sisters got to understand, right? It's a lot of talk about Trump's failures and this administration's failures. Trump is on his second term, so he can't run again. So it's a very good chance that this devil who's starting to open up his mouth and speak boldly will run to be your next president, your next commander-in-chief. So you got to watch it. In the coming days, expect to hear more from this devil. Okay? You know, he's making statements and he's trying to act as if, you know, these people are the victim. These statements, that's what they insinuate. Okay? That's what they insinuate, that they are the victim. Okay? So, hey, if you brothers and sisters have been hiding under a rock, okay, fair use, fair use. Show me some love in the chat. Okay? Y'all know what I mean by that, okay? Make sure you like, all right, the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, brothers and sisters. All right? Fair use, fair use. Show me some love in the chat. All right, let's get straight to it. Be patient, brothers and sisters.
Growing. Inflation is half of what it was under Democrats. Gas prices are their lowest in years. And we have finally made it clear that in the United States, we believe in hard work and merit. Unlike the left, we stand against treating anybody, and I love what Nikki said about this. We don't treat anybody different because of their race or their sex. So we have relegated DEI to the dustbin of history, which is exactly where it belongs.
These jokers love bringing up DEI. Okay, they love bringing up DEI, but when you really research DEI, DEI was helping white women. You know, DEI was created for white women, right? Just like affirmative action. they'll throw the single black mother's face, right? And they'll show her as the poster child of DEI, right? And affirmative action. But these programs were set up just like welfare and the SNAP program, right? These programs were essentially set up to help, right, the struggling white woman. You know, the only people fooled by this are our people.
Right.
You know, you got something to say, Yazbek? What?
Well, matter of fact, yeah, I guess like they what they do they'll attach our face to like these DEI or just like how they do with the Nissan Altima. What you think about?
Oh yeah,
black,
I think about
a black woman. That's kind of the one. That's the angle they use. That's all I was gonna say. I don't want to use.
Con.
In the United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
And there you have it. In the United States, crowd erupts. And remember where he's at. Okay? Now, he ain't down in the SIP. He ain't down in Jackson. Okay? In the SIP. He ain't down, okay, in Jacksonville. Okay, in Duval County. He's not down there, brother.
You're right.
Okay? He ain't down in ATL. He's not in Chi-Town. He's not in ATL. Okay? He's not in, any of those boroughs in New York. Because he'll be getting tomatoes thrown at him or whatever, okay? And all kind of doggone, vulgar language tossed his way. Think about, his crowd and who he's trying to set off. And it don't take much. Brothers and sisters forgot. Remember, how Trump himself was able to rally up his base. And these people did something that we hadn't seen in the history of this country. We hadn't seen anybody be able to rile up a base to where they actually stormed the Capitol. These people doggone overtook the police, broke into the Capitol. I'm talking about we're breaking windows. Went inside the chambers, going through paperwork, man.
Defecating on desks.
Y'all excuse me. Say that again, Malak.
Said they was defecating on desks and all that.
Right. This is who we talking about. Okay. So this is I saw a skinhead, right, on Facebook. I was on Facebook earlier, and I saw a skinhead, and he as it pertains to this topic right here, he said, JD, why don't you just doggone put the hood on? He said, just put it on. You're saying what we would say. You're speaking our language.
Yeah.
Of course he is. Because that's his base. Okay? And they're growing. You know what I mean? Massively in numbers. You can look at CNN, brothers and sisters. Okay? When Trump says that they're fake news, when he says they're fake news, this, that, and the third, there is some truth to that. Okay? A lot of times they kind of fudge numbers, this, that, and the third. That's why, I'm not really into politics, right? I kind of read in between the lines. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be supporting, any political party, especially if you're an Israelite. You know what I mean? You got to be able, you're standing for your people. You know what I mean? Our nation, you should be in here navigating through this, right? You ain't got no dog in the fight. You ain't got no horse in the race. Okay? Your candidate is Yahweh Shah. Right?
That's right.
That's going to be your governor. All right? So when it comes to this, you ought to be able to see through the madness. You shouldn't be out here with no picket signs, right? You shouldn't be donating any money to any political campaign, right? This idea of my ancestors are right, they did so much for my ability to vote, right? And this, that, and the third. Yeah, I understand that. And there's no disrespect to the hard work, that our ancestors put in during the civil rights era. Okay, no disrespect. You know what I mean? But the thing is they didn't know the truth. Okay, they didn't understand that thing. Our ancestors didn't know, that the Messiah looked like them. Our ancestors didn't know that we're the people of the book, right? So we got to change our tune, right? And we got to start nation building and thinking about one another versus trying to always include, right, other people. Everybody tracking where I'm coming from?
Go another one.
Okay. Yeah, so hey, man, this if you hadn't seen this clip, you know, it's a very popular clip. I'm pretty sure everybody saw it. Okay, but if you hadn't seen it, yeah, this is what he said. You know what I mean? That white people no longer have to feel sorry. Now, look, first of all, to hell with your apology.
All right.
All right, to hell with your apology. You never had to apologize in the first place, right? Because you're privileged. You're privileged in this place. When I go to the book, give me the classic scripture, 2 Esdras, chapter 6, in verse number 9. Give me that real quick. If you understand this prophecy, okay? If you understand this prophecy, you shouldn't even feel any kind of way when you hear him say this. It just you just dang, this stuff that got kind of bold, right? But you understand what's going on. Okay, that's right. Only the Most High God can save us there, Jasmine. You're absolutely right. Read that. Okay.
Con out of one. This is the book of 2 Esdras, chapter 6, and verse 9, and it reads, For Esau is the end of the world.
Right.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
See, Esau is the end of this world. His reign is very short. This is his time. This is his world. This is his domain. But Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Your world comes next. So you have no jurisdiction here. But see, what he can't get through his thick mind, give me Psalm chapter 49 and 11. What he can't get through his thick mind is that his world is going to come to an end. And then when it comes to an end, okay, it's going to be completely obliterated. Okay? His pride will definitely lead to his fall. Okay?
Got a precept out of one.
Okay, hey, go ahead, Ken.
Con out of one. What you were saying, touch on what you were saying, he don't think his kingdom gonna fall. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter verse 3. It says, The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, meaning his mind, who shall bring me down to the ground? Right. That's how Esau thinks and operates. That's why JD Vance is giving that preemptive apology, saying, you don't have to apologize for being white. Nobody asked you to apologize for being white. Nobody ever said that about white people. You need to apologize for being your skin, your skin complexion, right? But he's trying to give those Edomites that don't think. He's trying to give them a sense of pride. I yield out of one.
You know, it's a sense of pride, but it's also a guilty conscience, brother. Okay, it's a guilty conscience. All right. When they sit back, Mike, you holding Psalms 49? Okay, good. Hold on. When they sit back and they think about the atrocities that their ancestors have done to our people, and when I say our people, I'm including the so-called Native American man, okay, and woman, right? When they sit back and they think about the atrocities that they've done to our people, and they've done atrocities to other people too, right? And they're so weak-minded, okay? That's why they won't give you the suicide rate. Okay, the suicide rate is out of control, especially for the Caucasian man. Okay, these jokers jumping off skyscrapers, especially with the opioid epidemic. Okay, those numbers are fudge, man, because they don't want you to know this truth. You know what I mean? Which they call the woke people. Okay, they call this the woke era. Y'all understand where I'm coming from? All right. And it's the people that are just waking up to facts. I saw Officer Yakum, who can't be on with us this evening. Y'all pray for Officer Yakum. Pray for my household too. Pray for Adawan Yahweh all is going through it. Brothers very sick. General Yahweh all is going through it. Now pray for Sons of Thunder in general. We got a lot of brothers sick. Okay. I saw Captain Yazabad post that in the chat earlier. Okay, but I saw the officer post in our chat something that I posted on Facebook a few days ago. And it was a Caucasian woman bringing facts, right? Bringing facts, historical facts that the so-called African Americans who are over here on this side of the earth are the Israelites in the Bible. She said primarily the tribe of Judah with some Benjamites and Levites sprinkled in there. She's forgetting about, the Gadites, right, and the Reubenites. But at the same time, she's absolutely right. It's because she's listening and she's actually doing her research. And the reason why I post that type of material is because you don't want to hear that coming from me. You don't want to hear that coming from me. But when somebody who looks like them says it, it gauges your interest a little bit more. Some of you still stuck on stupid. Okay? You still stuck on that, nah, Big Mama can't be wrong. Okay? No, Big Mama just can't be wrong. All right? And she loved Pastor. He just can't be wrong. But where they get it from? They got it from slave master, man. This is a generational stronghold, man. Right? And these devils, the majority of these devils who know who we are, like this devil right here, he know who we are. You don't get to be in this elite status right here and not know what's going on. Okay? These devils know who we are. They're going to play stupid. They're going to make certain comments like this, right? To keep you docile. Okay? To keep you docile. Grab that in Psalms 49 and 11. Right? Grab that in Psalms chapter 49 and verse 11. See, they don't care about that prophecy. Esau is the end of the world, meaning he's in his kingdom right now. And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. Read.
Juan, this is Psalm chapter 49, verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations.
See, their inward thoughts, Salaki, their inward thoughts is that their houses are going to continue forever. They think this wealth. And when I say this wealth, I'm talking about this old money. Some of these jokers, listen, we're in 2025, almost in 2026, right? Okay? We're in almost 2026. Some of these jokers still living off the backs of your ancestors. They're still living off cotton money.
That's right.
You go back and you trace the money back to some of these doggone insurance companies. Okay? It go back to that old cotton money. Okay, tobacco money. All right? And these jokers, they got a lot of nerve to make statements like this. Okay? They got a lot of nerve to make statements like this.
So we have relegated DEI to the dustbin of history, which is exactly where it belongs. In the United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
That's how he feels. All right, because his inward thought is that their houses are going to continue forever, brothers and sisters. Okay? He can give a damn about what the prophecy says, that he has, but a short time. Okay? That he had no place of repentance.
Right.
Okay? Obadiah really kills him. Okay? But here's the big thing, like I mentioned earlier. Okay? That comment that he made comes from a place of guilt. It comes from a place of guilt. Give me that in Obadiah 1. All right, and 10. All right. The name of this lesson is Shame Shall Cover Thee. Why did I name it that? Because I understand that this cracker is speaking from a place of guilt. Okay? Read that. Obadiah 1 and 10.
Kind of the one. This is the book of Obadiah, verse 2. Behold,
Salakia.
I have
Obadiah 1 and 10. I apologize.
1 and 10. Salakia, other one. This is the book of Obadiah, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
Read it again.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
Read it again.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
Read it again.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
Read it again.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob. Right? 370 trees. Colonialism. Manifest destiny. We had the lesson talking about the doctrine of discovery. Chattel slavery. Jim Crow. Lynchings. Systemic racism. Redlining. Okay? The list goes on and on and on. Read it again.
Kind of the one. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
Shame shall cover thee.
And thou shalt be cut off forever.
And thou shalt be cut off forever.
No salvation.
Okay? That's going to be, listen, that's right, Captain Yazabab. That's the end result. But for the violence that you have put upon Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, God's chosen people, your guilty conscience, right, is going to have shame, all right, all over your face. This is why they've come up, all right, with critical race theory, right? This is why you got this devil that's sitting up in office, all right, talking about, hey, all right, from now on at these national parks, okay, instead of doggone Martin Luther King's birthday, all right, for free admittance, it's going to be my birthday. All right? You cornball. who the hell are you?
All right.
Okay? This is because of the shame, man. Okay? These people, finally started changing the names of all of the military installations because the military installations were named after Civil War generals or Civil War heroes, I should say. Okay? Some were generals, some were heroes. Okay?
Salaki, Adam.
Hey, go ahead, Malak.
Hey, that evil devil just said that he's gonna start naming Navy ships after him. And usually when they name a Navy ship, it's after somebody that, either was a Secretary of the Navy or was a president, something like the Gerald R. Ford for the aircraft carrier. But you have to die to get your name on a ship.
Mm.
So if he, that might be a prophecy right there. If he wants his name on the ship, he's gonna have to die for it.
Mm.
That's weird.
Well, but yeah, I did hear about that though, Mike. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, man, he's trying to rewrite a lot of history because they were making a lot of changes. A lot of the Civil War monuments, they were changing those out, made a lot of changes to history, and they will replace these names with so-called prominent African-American names. Okay.
Yeah.
And that right there, was to show a little respect. And a lot of our people are happy with those gestures. But this devil comes back in office and he's like, no, change those installation names back.
Yeah.
Change those military installations names back. How can you be a black conservative? That's right, I said it. black coon servant. How can you be the type of person who can see this with your own eyes, right? You know, but you join hand in hand with these devils, all right, to go against your people. Now, if you got any sense, if you're an Israelite, right, and you understand the scriptures, you understand we ain't getting our just due, right, until we see Hamashiach Yahushua crack the sky.
Right.
Okay? And until we understood that we got to stop hating on one another, okay? And we got to understand the brotherhood is the final chamber. We got to get that right first. Got to destroy the ultimate curse. That's very imperative. Okay?
That's right.
But until we garner our faith, right? And until we fix our issues with one another, we should understand as spiritual men, right? We're not going to get, our salvation until those things happen. You should be able to see these things with a spiritual lens. Okay? If you stuck in the world, man, like these black coon servitors, you know who you are. Okay? Then you're blind. Okay? Blind to the facts. All right? And just blind, all right, to everything that's relevant. All right? I mean, J.D. Vance says this is not the first time that he said some absurd things. Okay? Remember the time, when, he made the comment, about the neighbors, okay? About you should feel comfortable who your neighbor is next door. Pay attention, family. Fair use. Show me some love in the chat.
I don't know these people. They don't speak the same language that I do. And because there are 20 in the house next door, it's a little bit rowdier than it was when there was just a family of 4, a family of 5. It is totally reasonable and acceptable for American citizens to look at their next door neighbors and say, I want to live next to people who I have something in common with. I don't want to live next to 4 families of strangers.
How can you listen to that and not know, you know what I mean, what he's talking about and who he's talking about? How can you not get racist from that statement?
Right.
You know what I mean? How can you classify yourself as a black conservative, okay, and be all right with what J.D. Vance is saying? I'm going to run it back again in case Nayab says he sounds just like her. Okay? I'm going to run it back. Pay attention.
Going on here, I don't know these people. They don't speak the same language that I do. And because there are 20 in the house next door, it's a little bit rowdier than it was when there was just a family of 4, a family of 5. It is totally reasonable and acceptable for American citizens to look at their next door neighbors and say, I want to live next to people who I have something in common with. I don't want to live next to 4 families of strangers.
Remember the time, okay, when those Republicans had that chat, okay, and J.D. Vance
saying group chats. The reaction.
You remember that time J.D. Vance went to bat, okay, for, you know what I mean? It was so-called young people, but it was actually politicians that were in the Republican Party. A lot of them were in it too. There were young people in this chat, right, like college students, but there were also, all right, young politicians, right? And listen to what J.D. Vance had to say. They were making racist comments. But listen to what J.D. Vance has to say about that.
On the real issues, don't focus on what kids say in group chats. The reality.
Let's focus on the real issues. All right? Let's not focus on what kids say in group chats. Give them a pass. Now let this have been our kids. Or let this have been, all right, some older so-called black and brown folk. All right? His answer wouldn't be the same. See, this is why we got to focus on our people, brothers and sisters. This is when I make this statement, there's a lot of people getting the uproar. Scriptures tell us to live peaceably amongst all men. Right? I'm not telling you to treat, people of other races bad. It's not what I'm telling you to do. That's against the Bible. But what I'm telling you to do is take more notice and responsibility of your people. We'll be better off. Okay? Teach our young men, listen, right? Don't join no gang, young man. Okay? Those your brothers over there. Don't you understand, okay, that these other races want you to join the gang and eliminate each other? They want you to create a genocide within your own race. This keeps them on top. But because you're God's chosen people, if we come together and be brothers, that's right, preferring one another. That Kapash. If we come together and be brothers, if our sisters would stop watching bands, man. Look at this poison that they're feeding our sisters, man. You got these sisters beating the crap out of each other. Brothers and sisters beating the crap out of each other. And our sisters love it. They sit there with their popcorn, all right, invite their sisters over, man, and they watch this on TV and they get enjoyment out of it. Okay? And then it puts a certain type of spirit on them, right? So then when they go out, all right, to the mall and they're out, you know, and about shopping or whatever, all right, let a sister look at her some kind of way. Oh, them slides coming off. She already got her hair wrapped up, got a Vaseline, all right, in her purse, right? You really don't want to do that, sister. You're doing all that, you know what I mean? Putting Vaseline on, okay, wrapping up your hair, kicking off your shoes. You don't want to do that.
All right.
Okay? But they got our sisters, all right, whose feet, at one point in time, their feet wouldn't even touch the ground because they were so tender and delicate. That's the Israelite sister. Right? They got them looking so bad out here. Right? Okay? Our brothers and sisters, we got to get a hold of these YNs. Man, I was in Walmart the other day, right? I look ahead. Jake, YN, man. Brother in front of me, tall brother. I got the dreads. He had, I forget, who was the cat? You remember the cat from, what was that Wayans movie, man? I forget the name of the title. All right, where Marlon had the dreads going this way and he had the one up top.
Oh, yeah, the play con on the one.
So the one cat, yeah, don't be a menace. One cat had that hairdo, right? Kind of had that hair. This was a little bit thicker. In Walmart, he walking, family, and his pants, he's sagging so low. All right, he can't even doggone walk straight. He got one item in one hand, one item in the other hand, so he can't pull his pants up.
Walking like a penguin.
And the kid drops the mayonnaise that he had. It was a glass jar too. Drops it, bust all over the place, man. I just shook my doggone head. And I said, there's no way he was going to be able to pull up his pants. That's the reason why he dropped it. He lost his balance, man. Okay? Like, I mean, he was too old for that. Why you, God? Hey, hold your head up. Pull your damn pants up. Okay? Have some damn respect about yourself. We got to get in the ears and the minds of these young people, man. Okay? Because we're supposed to be the example for our people to follow. Okay? And these crackers right here, and this devil right here is supposed to be following our lead too. But we see what happens when we follow their lead. Okay? We see what happens when we follow their lead. I was watching the other day a documentary on Al Capone and Bumpy Johnson. A lot of people don't understand, man, that there was a connection there. All right? A lot of people don't understand there was a connection there with the black gangster community and the white gangster community. Okay? A lot of people don't understand what Madam Queen had set up over there in Harlem. Okay? The thing is a Capone was so powerful. Okay? He was so doggone powerful, you know, that Madam Queen and Bumpy Johnson wanted his influence, all right, to keep Dutch Schultz and his goons, you know, from ruining their numbers business, right? And they set up an alliance, and this was doggone across the Americas, right? You know, between the white gangsters and the black gangsters. What I'm trying to get you to understand is the influence that they've had on our people. So when we look at the gangster community, we didn't start that. Okay? We didn't start that. That's following after them. Okay? When you leave this devil in charge, you see how things turn out.
Right.
Okay? See how things turn out, man. Right? We got to get back in control, right, of our own people.
That's right.
Okay? Got to get back in control of our own people.
Got a precept, brother.
Go ahead, Malak.
This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
That's right.
But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. That's what's going on right now. We got wicked people in charge of the world. And all the people all over the world are mourning. You know, you got uproars, you got people rioting, wanting, you know, just a little bit of substance, and they're not getting it because the wicked are ruling the earth.
That's right. You know what I mean? That's right. But the thing is, you know, the kingdom of heaven is within you. Right?
Yeah. That's right.
So all you got to do is take advantage, you know what I mean, of what you were instructed to do, right? Which is to love your brother as yourself, right? And we'll start changing the tide.
All right.
Okay? The bond would be so beautiful, okay? And everybody would take notice. Esau gonna hate, but what he understands though is once we get together, the Most High God's gonna fight for us. He don't want no parts of the Most High God.
Right.
Okay, don't nobody want no parts of the Most High God.
For real.
Thing is they start to fear you too. Well, you don't believe in the Bible. You don't look. If you don't believe that the Israelites are an actual nation of people, blood descendants of the man Jacob, that's who we are. We're a real people. This kills the concept of a spiritual Israel. If you actually believe in the Bible, you actually understand that the Israelites are a real people. Right. And they still have to exist today.
Right.
Right? Because they're scattered in all nations. Well, where are the Israelites? Scattered in all nations. They're everywhere. Okay? You will understand, okay, that these people have to exist today. Then it makes you think, okay, well, how do we know who they are? All right, you identify, all right, who these people are by way of the curses. And don't nobody fit these curses, all right, the way we do. Okay? It's indisputable. Right? Okay? I'm looking at this history right here that Kabasha I just posted. The first gangsters in America were the Irish and Italian. He's right. Okay? Out in New York and Chicago. They gave them economical stimulus package and catered to them. We got nothing from these people. We have no one but God, all right, and ourselves. That's absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's the same way they do all of these immigrants. Okay? And these immigrants come over here, the East Indian man come over here, he gets a gas station. Okay, the Chinese man come over here, he's able to get a restaurant. All of these people are in your neighborhood. Arab man in your neighborhood. All right, selling you pig feet, cigarettes, and condoms. Okay, and Mark liquor. Now they're able to sell you synthetic weed.
All right.
Okay. This thing is wild, man. They're in your neighborhood. No, we not the Israelites. All right. People that they're so quick, all right, to tell you that they're a Gentile. Okay. They don't want to hear it from you. That's why I told y'all before. That's why I always post. Whenever I see, all right, these devils, all right, come into the light saying, hey, look, the so-called African-American man, Native American man, and Hispanic man, and Negro descent, hey, they're the Israelites. Okay? They're the Israelites. When I see the Caucasian man admitting it, I have to post it. Okay? Because you don't want to hear it from Captain Micah.
All right.
Right.
All right? You don't want to hear it from me. You want to argue with me. But when you hear it from them, you know what I mean? I know you're inclined to listen. Right?
Right.
Give me Proverbs 21 and 24. Right? These devils are very proud, man. They're very proud in the way they move. These statements that they make, it doesn't cease to amaze me. You know, but for that devil to say, you don't have to be sorry to be white anymore. Okay? Mike, what you say earlier, that's a dog whistle?
God.
Talk to the people.
Only the dogs can hear it, or the other white people can hear it. It took me a while to say, what's he talking about? But they got it. They got it.
Oh, yeah.
It's on their frequency.
If you be spiritual, you see right through that. Go ahead, kid.
Well, Proverbs,
you say Proverbs 22 and 24.
21 and 24. All right, we're talking about the proud man.
Kind of the one. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21 and verse 24, and it reads, proud and haughty scorner is his name.
Proud and haughty scorner is his name. Okay? Read.
Who dealeth in proud wrath.
Who dealeth in proud wrath. That's who they are. Okay? And we know that pride, all right, cometh before the fall. You're going to fall. Okay?
That's right.
But who shall bring me down to the ground? Like we read earlier. That's his question. All right? We took them jokers over. Okay? Back in the day, the devil said, shit, I'll be back to build the desolate places. Most High God said, yeah, and I'm going to tear that thing down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can't tell Esau nothing. He's going to do what he do. Okay? He's going to do what he do because he's got all of the wealth. Okay? But we don't understand Mark 8. Okay? You don't understand. You know what I mean? What's going to profit a man all of the money? Give me that in Mark 8 real quick. Mark 8 and 36. That's why Satan tried to tempt Christ. Right? And get Ecclesiastes chapter 7. All right? Read that real quick. Mark 8 and 36.
It's the book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his soul?
And lose his soul. We understand this devil right here has no place of repentance. All right? I mean, that spirit going right in the doggone lake of fire. Huh?
That's right. That's right.
All right? What profit, all right, shall a man gain the whole world? This world. Okay? Esau is the end of this world. Right? The scriptures say Esau is the end of the world, right? I always put that spin of this world, right? So you can understand where we are. For what shall profit a man if he gain the whole world? All right, this world, right? Read, and lose his soul. Read on.
Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? What can you give in exchange for your soul? Okay, meaning, this is what this means. How can you sin? Right? How can you live a sinful life, gain the heights of this kingdom, and still get the kingdom again? How do you pull that off? How do you get heaven twice? You can't.
That's right.
You can't. Okay? You can't. Read that in Proverbs 11. Get the classic. You can't.
Another one. The Proverbs 11.
Yeah, the classic.
Another one. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, starting at verse 4. It reads, riches profit not in the day of wrath.
Riches don't profit nothing in the day of wrath. It don't matter what you got. In the day of wrath, right? You're going to be accountable for everything that you've done. Okay? If the Most High God don't see fit, you out of here.
Another one.
That's why you can't, let that gift destroy your heart. Man. That's why we was holding Ecclesiastes 7:7. Okay? Oppression, it makes a wise man mad. And it's so easy, to try to make a brother or a sister forget about his worries, by offering him, something to ease the pain a little bit.
All right.
Ease the doggone struggle a little bit. Then you turn around. You know what I mean? Realize. All right. What was it? Was it Donald Goins? Okay. Still floating in the toilet. What was it? What did he say? You know what I mean? I'm in the toilet. I feel like a turd in the toilet, something like that. Think about what he's saying. I forget who said that. It's one of them conscious dudes. He said he feels like a turd in a white porcelain toilet. So if you think about it, you got a brown, right? You know what I mean? Piece of feces, right? Brown, black, whatever you want to call it. But it's surrounded, right, by a white
porcelain.
Understand? That's tough. Okay.
Salakia.
Go ahead, King.
It's crazy. It's even crazy for our people to know the history of what's going on, and they still want to align themselves with Esau. And then, like you were saying earlier, those conservatives, you want to prop yourself up to be like Esau. Esau shows you that he hates you. He shows you that he hates you. You gotta see them not liking your people when you're at that level in the Senate, being a senator and up in the political world. You gotta know they hate you because the things that they do, the policies that they push, the benign neglect of our people. Like, you see that, but you want to be close with Esau. Esau treats you like crap, and you can't do nothing but project that same behavior to your own people. Like some of the guys who, Officer Tates, the people of that ilk, they talk about, all they can talk about is the things that our people do wrong in the sight of the Esau's eyes. You're gonna make me look bad in front of Master Spirit. I don't understand how people it's you gotta hate yourself. It's a genuine hate for yourself. Like, our people you gotta want more. You gotta know who you are. You gotta recognize the God that you are on this earth when you're keeping the commandments and the faith in Yahushua. I yield out one.
They call it Stockholm syndrome, huh? That's what they calling it, man. This thing is wild. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. That painting of Cesare Borgias, man, is very, very pertinent, man, to our downfall. You know what I mean? And us being docile of the mind, man. It's wild, man. That thing did a number on us. Okay. You know, if you think that your Messiah, you know, is Caucasian, you know, you're always going to forgive him.
Right.
You're always going to forgive that's the trick. This is why it matters. I'm not saying it don't matter what color the Messiah is. This is why it does matter. You're always going to be remorseful. You're always going to have a soft place in your heart, right? For certain people, you know, if he's painted in that image. This is why every time we out on the street corner, you know what I mean? And they put that doggone stereotype. They call us Black Hebrew Israelites. Number one, I can't stand that. You know what I mean? That title. Number two, you always want to come and ask us, well, what about the white man?
Right.
Okay. Why just the white man? You know what I mean? Why come you don't mention, you know, the Chinese man, African man, you know what I mean, the East Indian man? You know what I mean? Why him? It's because when you close your eyes and you say that prayer, now I lay me down to sleep. Okay. Pray the Lord, and that Lord that you see, Cesare Borgias, that's who you see. White Jesus. Okay. He plays a big part in a big role. You know what I mean? You know, in your life. Right? And brothers and sisters, it has us blinded. Okay. It has us blinded. Okay. But I'm going to tell you something about these devils, man. I think we proved our point. I told these brothers I wasn't going to be on long today, anyway today. I think we proved our point. I want you to go to the book of Job, chapter 27. Okay. Job says something very pertinent. Okay. And I want to close the class with this. Okay. Job, chapter 27. I want you to go to verse number 7. Right. I want to close this class with this scripture. Right.
This is the book of Job, chapter 27, verse 7. Let mine enemy be as the wicked, and he that riseth up against me as the unrighteous. For what is the hope of thy hypocrite?
So what's the hope of the hypocrite? Look, let my enemy be as the wicked. Okay, that's who he is. He's the man of perdition. Mike, real quick, one more scripture. Give me Revelations 22 and 11. Okay, Revelations 22 and 11. Read that again, Malak.
Another one. Let my enemies be as the wicked, and he that riseth up against me as the unrighteous.
And he that riseth up against me as the unrighteous. Right? You use that type of that type of doggone that wording, man. How can you say, you know what I mean, that, you know, white folks don't have to apologize for being doggone white anymore? All right. Number one, you never had to apologize for being white. Okay. And number two, you're saying that you don't feel sorry for the doggone atrocities that you've done to our people. How can you be so bold to have that come out of your mouth? For what hope is for the hypocrite? Read on, Malak. Read on, Malak. The brother's froze. The brother Yazabat is froze. All right. Hey, give me that and Revelations, King. You got Revelations, Mike?
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 22, and verse 11.
Uh-huh.
He that is unjust, let him be unjust still.
He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. Okay. Let him be unjust still. Read.
And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still.
And he that is filthy, let him be filthy still. So, brothers and sisters, this language, you know, and this wordplay that these devils are putting out there, right? It shouldn't cease to amaze you. Okay? These jokers be who they are. Okay? The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Right? But their time is very short, Yasha Allah. Their time is very short. And we hope you brothers and sisters, okay, enjoyed us this evening, okay? We hope you brothers and sisters were edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. We hope that you tune in tonight, Salakia, tomorrow night, to Adawan Yahweh, General Yahweh, Sabbath day lesson. Okay. Also, Captain Shalimar will probably be following up with the after hours class. And then you got Captain Yaikwab, Captain Aharon, Captain Nakawashai, Officer Nayar. Okay. And I saw my brother Asha Allah. Saw my brother Asha Allah, you know, back on the Sabbath class. Good to see that brother. Okay, all praises to the Most. I think he might have been the first person also to comment on this lesson here this evening as well. So good to see our brother Asha Allah, all right, back doing the work. Okay, the Most High God has to be pleased. Okay, brothers and sisters, continue to pray. All right, for myself. All right, pray for the General Yahweh. pray for General Yahweh, of course. All right, and the entire Sons of Thunder. I'm talking about. We got a lot of brothers. We got a lot of brothers and sisters that are sick, man. Okay, a lot of brothers and sisters that are sick. Okay, hey, look, hey, Satan can't keep us down. Okay, we're still gonna push this word. Hey, brother Philip, if you're watching this lesson tonight, and Captain DeRock, I don't know, man. I'm trying to make it to camp, but I don't think it'd be wise. You know what I mean? If I'm still feeling some kind of weight, I'll let you brothers know. All right, if we're gonna be in Montgomery, Captain DeRock still might pull up to Montgomery. Okay, but I'll let you know what I'm gonna do. Okay, it's gonna depend on how I feel, brothers and sisters. Okay, all right. But it's always good to see you, brothers and sisters. Captain Warrior, this brother been sick too, man. I was looking for this brother. All right, for a few days last week, man. Okay, Mike was down for the count. Y'all pray for Warrior too. You got anything to say there, Warrior?
Just take heed to the advice that the Adawan's given. He said, you know, use the herbs that the Most High put on the earth for you. All these other medicines, you know, they're wicked. It's witchcraft, actually, because the stuff don't work really. So how can you expect it to work when it's up to devil? So the Most High put what we need on earth. Let's use that, and then we can get well. The Most High is always with us.
That's right, King. All praises to the Most High. Bahashim Mashiach, Yahweh. We like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh. Bahashim Mashiach, Yahweh. Shalom, brothers and sisters.
Shalom.
Okay.
Shalom.
All right, Lord willing, until the next time.
Thank you for watching. If you wish to donate, you can use Zelle or PayPal. We're the Sons of Thunder. It's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Shalom.
Oh man, what the fuck going on, Scooter?
Soldier Yatham. Siren 2. Let's get it. When you bought to a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted Yah was misled and not past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying on no talebearing. Get thee behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get thee behind me, Satan. No idolatry, no adultery. Get thee behind me, Satan. I can't deal with my brother false. Get thee behind me, Satan. Seem like a never end the war between flesh and the spirit. I heard that voice say this the way I pray my loved ones hear it. I'm treating sin like it got cooties, don't wanna get near it. If not pertaining to the Father, I'm sorry, I'm fearless. Won't take a left turn all right when it's a narrow path. You keep the law, you get the kingdom, I can simple math. Both in your house all day on Hamashiach's behalf. Deny the mark of the beast, so drink from the cup of wrath. Keep your spirit pure, practice on fasting and praying. You will say you must multiply your faith and your patience. Love thy neighbor as thyself, don't never betray me. And if you're tempted, pray and say, get thee behind me, Satan. When you bought to a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who Who trusted ya and was misled in our past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying on no talebearing. Get deep behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get deep behind me, Satan. No idolatry, no adultery. Get deep behind me, Satan. I can't deal with my brother false. Get deep behind me, Satan.
I'ma do your how I laws, I got my faculties. And every single precept make my point to value these. Example, humble me, I'm grounded like what gravel be. We law about in any shirt with fringes, that's my casualty. Revelation say the savior color copper be our own. Ancient kind, but front them crackers copper please. Fall balance abomination to God, so now obviously give you fair warning, don't try that angle, that's our size of lead. Off the muscle, not one to just watch it suffer. Don't be respecting persons, any wise rebuke your brother. Prepare myself for tribulations, that which worketh patience. No thinking about being grimy, get D behind me, Satan. Get D behind me, Satan.
When you bought to a lower stage, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted ya and was misled in our past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying on no talebearing. Get deep behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get deep behind me, Satan. No idolatry, no adultery. Get deep behind me, Satan. I can't deal with my brother false. Get deep behind me, Satan.